Anyway, sorry about that, you guys. The last one that I put out was it gives you double strike each time you give counters to your creatures. So let's continue. Basic planes. I'm just gonna speed through this basic lands though. So this is a 2 mana vanilla color, 2 green. It's a 1/1 that has vigilance. Whenever another human is barefoot on your control, put a 1/1 counter on Hammer Blade. I had X mana of any one color where X is where it's her power. Basic land, which is a forest. And this is a Path of Ancestry tapped. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's card entity. When this mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. Which means if you look at your library, which is your starter, your deck, if you scry like this, you can decide to keep it, or you can decide to put it on the top or put it on the bottom. It's up to you, but this is a good card. It's 2 mana of any color. It's a white. Creatures control gain an indestructible until end of turn. If you cast this spell during your main phase, put 1/1 counter on each of your creatures and they gain vigilance until end of turn. It's a good card, but if you see it like a bad card and you need to go further into your library, you can put it on the bottom like that. Anyway, this is a Exotic Orchard at 1 mana of any color that a land opponent controls could produce. So what that means is, like, I have green and white deck here, and if they have a mountain or a swamp, I can use that as a mana thing. So this is an instant. It's a 2 mana of any color. It's a green. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast, which I have the token for that. Basic planes. Basic planes. Eek. No! That came from my hand that I showed you guys. So this is a 1 mana of any color. It's a green. It's Elf Druid. It says evolve. So it's a lot of counters. It's a 1/2. I need to take that card out. It's not a good thing in this deck for sure. For real though. So this is a 2 mana of any color. It's a white. It's a human soldier. It says Outlast. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Outlast only has a sorcery. Each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has flying, which, like I said before in the last video, only creatures you can block with flying is reach. And this is a land. You use 1 mana to tap it to generate green and white. This is 3 mana of any color. It's a white. And it is battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it, where X number of other creatures on the battlefield. And other remove 1/1 counter from it. Create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Basic land. Yikes. This deck's getting slippery. And this is a 3 mana of any color, 2 white. It says choose 1, destroy all creatures, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. It's a sorcery. And that includes yours, by the way. And this 2 mana of any color, it's a white. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2/1 counters on the creature they control of a player. Those creatures that players control can't attack you or a planeswalker you control until your next turn. So you get protection for at least one turn with that. And this is 4 mana of any color with a white. There's Enter Battlefield Booster 2, which is 2/1/1 counters on something. And then tap target creature defending player controls. So you could tap down your opponent's creatures to use that. And here's a 5 mana of any color with a white. When it dies, return any number of other creature cards with total power X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is more than its rescue power, and then exile it's a 4/4. And that's only when it dies. And this is a 6 mana of any color with a green. It says when it's battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, a 3/3 green beast creature token, a 4/4 beast creature tokens you control have Death Touch. So what Death Touch is when you swing with your creatures and then if they block, their creatures will die instantly and your creatures will live if you have a stronger thing. So this is 2 mana of any color, it's a green. Search your library for basic land card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle, create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn creature token, and it gains it's a mana based thing. Basic forest. Basic plains. And here's a 2 mana of any color with 2 whites, human knight with a vengeance as white as in this battlefield. Choose a creature type. Human creatures control have protection from creatures of the chosen type, which is at 3/3. And this is a 2 white. It's a first strike. When enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you may search your library for a plains card, put on the battlefield, then shuffle. And this is 2 mana of any color, it's a green. Add 3 mana of any one color, spend this mana only to cast creature spells. It's a 0/1. So it's a mana based thing to cast other creatures. Here's a 3 mana rock. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may pay green. If you do, draw a card. So remember I told you about scry. You can look on the top, and if it's a good card you can keep. If you don't, you can put on the bottom of the library. So this is a 3 mana of any color, green, white. You and humans you control have hexproof. Exile a card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. It's a 4/5 with flying. And this is 4 mana of any color with 2 green. No, 2 white, sorry. As long as is in your graveyard, each human creature you control enters the battlefield with additional 1/1 counter on it. It's a 5/5. Oh man, I have to hurry it up. I'm running out of time again. Basic forest. Basic plains. A land that you can sack to search for basic lands. A land that target creature can't be blocked this turn. It's a mana rock. Add mannerless. Add green or white, and it does 1 damage to you. And this is Temple of the False God. Add 2 colorless. Activate only if you control 5 or more lands. Ay, ay, ay. Another that's a command tower. It's the same thing as Exotic Orchard, just your commander identity. And this makes sure you scry 1. It's a land. And this is a 2 mana with the plains. And it's a 3/1 with vigilance. And you gain indestructible until end of turn if you have 3 or more powers. A land, you can tap it to add green or white. And here's a 3 mana of any color with 2 green. Create a 1/1 green snake creature token, a 2/2 green wolf, and a 3/3 green elephant. Basic forest. Ooh, and this is a 2 mana rock. This is sacrifice it, search your library for artifact card with a mana wheel or basic land card, reveal it, put it on the hand, then shuffle. Oh man, I'm running out of time. Forest. Ooh, just more